All right, so you guys just saw me get all excited over finding these locks that I forgot that I dyed. So I'm going to show you how I spin them. These are Border Leicester locks, which Border Leicester is a really cool breed of sheep. It's not blue-faced Leicester, it's Border Leicester. And Border Leicester is a long wool that has a lot of crimp, and I love to use them. You can see how fun and crimpy this yarn is. It's got a nice loose locky crimp to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to pull these just apart just slightly and get all of this pulled out. And I don't want to completely pull it out because that would be like carding it and you're destroying the lock structure. I want that lock structure in there when I spin. And I'm going to take these, which are, this is Teeswater long locks. And these I dyed in a different method, and so that they're colored. One tip has one and one tip has the other. And I'm just going to pull a few of these out right away. Like that. Okay, and I'm laying them on my leg here. So this is just prepping my fiber. A lot of spinning is prepping your fiber before you start. Kind of going in there with a plan. Sometimes it's fun to not have a plan, and sometimes our plan changes part of the way through, and that's all okay too. Sometimes we decide we want yarn to be a little different than what we originally thought. And you can see this is only a 1/2 ounce bundle of locks, but this goes a long way. Maybe it's a 1/4 ounce bundle. It is not very much, but they go a long way because when you separate them out by lock, there's a lot of locks in here. So we're just laying these out and making sure that they all of the one side that has the kind of mauve colors facing one side. And you'll find when you buy from certain dyers, they use a lot of the same colors over and over and over, and I certainly do that. Especially since I only do one of a kind dyeing, I have a lot of very similar colorways, which makes it kind of fun because I can jump from one thing to the other. All right, so now I'm just gonna start spinning. This is my Majacroft Rose. And I always talk about this wheel. This is one of my oldest wheels. And she's old, reliable. I can spin anything I want to on her. So I've got this pinched. Well, you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna start letting this feed in. I'm gonna let the locks kind of go and be a thick, thin. Do all sorts of different things. This puppy playing with the bag down there. And thick, thin, thick, thin. How well you guys can see that. Let me see if I can move you a little closer. And then I'll probably knock you down on the floor. And this is on a woolly winder, so I don't have to stop and change my hooks ever, which makes it really kind of fun. So I'm just gonna do thick, thin, thick, thin. And then when I get to a spot wherever I want it, and normally I kind of measure this out either by counting or not, I'm gonna grab a bundle of locks here, just like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and just add it in. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can lay it over the top, or you can sandwich it. I like to sandwich it in between. And then it locks it up. And then I'm just gonna let it go. And it won't look like much until I actually take this out and ply it, because it looks like it's just all laid in there. In reality, just the one end is hooked, and then the long lock is laying down there. And you can do long locks with a lot of different things. You can do it with Teeswater, Wensleydale, mohair. My favorite is mohair. I need to run to the post office because I think I have magic mohair sitting in my post office box today. I will do that after I finish this video. Run up there and see what I can find. And again, I'm just going to repeat it. I'm just letting it feed in, letting it be all crazy and chunky. If that's a huge piece, that's okay. This has a big Delta flyer, so anything can go in. Then I grab this. Just hang on here. Let me feed you guys up. Grab this, go in there, lock it in, and let it go. And we just keep going and going and going. And I kind of, you can, if you are not familiar with spinning art yarn, it gets a little crazy. One of the things that you can do is you can go ahead and spin and count as you do this. So I might go 1, 2, 3, let a big piece through. 1, 2, 3, let a big piece through. And that way you're breaking up how you're actually spinning, and you're teaching yourself to go ahead and let those big pieces, because it is not natural for us to do this, especially when we practice spinning at the beginning and we try so hard to keep everything consistent. So again, 1, 2, 3, let a big piece through. And we just keep going and going and going. And when I am done, it'll be really cool and really unique. It's going to be, art yarn takes actually, it's funny because people go, well, it doesn't take any time. A lot of times my art yarn takes a lot longer per yard than my hand spun, or than my regular hand spun, because I have to really work with it and get it through slowly and play around with it and get it exactly how I want. And it's kind of like finger painting. It's very cathartic, or watercolor painting. You don't have to be perfect, and that makes it more fun and kind of relaxing. And there is a technique, like I say, if you count, you do get a better balanced yarn until you get good at that. Because you do want your art yarn, weirdly enough, you do ideally want it balanced. You want it consistent throughout, not like partially chunky, partially not, or things like that. Now, what you can do with this stuff, you can do anything with it. You can use it as edging on a garment. You can use it as an entire scarf. I make a lot of scarves out of art yarn. You can use it as a vest. You can weave with it. That's what we've been doing a lot, is weaving with art yarn lately. It's really fun because the art yarn does the work on your design then too. So you can just go ahead and play with it all you want. I'll show you guys here. For those of you who just joined, sorry. This is what I'm doing. I took the locks that I found in the room, and I am spinning it into the art yarn. So you can see that's what it's gonna look like when it's all done. There we go. And I find it really relaxing. This is a Moducraft Rose with a jumbo woolly winder. So it has the Delta Flyer, so I can let all these big chunks go through and not fight with my bobbin. You can also use a Kromsky Minstrel for this. They have a giant flyer for that one. There's a lot of different wheels. We have spun art yarn on our Fantasia. Excuse me. And on our, and I've actually even spun it on the Symphony. I've got a really cool bobbin. Actually, it's right here. This is what I was doing on the Symphony, which is I'm doing locks with a regular yarn there too, which is really cool. There's really no limit. Yarn is definitely not just the neat and tidy, perfect skeins of sock yarn. Yarn, good yarn, is anything we want it to be. So it's very fun. So there, I'm just adding another lock, a long lock, there to the Border Luster locks. And these Border Luster locks I'm just letting them spin loose and fast and fluffy, and they've got thin spots and thick spots and all sorts of things. And then get to another spot, and I'll add another lock. And like I say, I sandwich it in between the fiber, and then it spins it and locks it, no pun intended, into place. And then I let it go around, and when I ply, I'll come back through and pull these out, and that will make my long locks in my yarn. It's a very fun technique and really cool. Now, if you want to take a lesson in how to spin art yarn, you can go to pearlyshell.com and sign up that way if you're local. If you are not local, we can actually do one-on-one FaceTiming now, which is really cool. And you can learn different things, or if you're having a problem, or if you want to see a specific technique, just let us know. We'll try to get it on video, because we believe in letting people and everybody learning how to do this, because this is something anybody can learn how to do. And if you don't spin, we can teach you how to do that too, because everybody should spin their own yarn once, just to say you've done it. See how fun this is turning out, and I'll show you guys once more before I end this, so you guys can see. It's a very peaceful morning here at the shop. It's quiet, and we have jazz music playing. I think it's Kenny G, and it's very mellow here today. You can tell, one, Danielle's coming in late, and two, my mama's here, so it's very relaxing. And I'm sorry if anybody's seeing comments. I'm not seeing comments, so I have to get the computer out to do that, I think. My phone, ever since it upgraded, has not been doing that. There we go. Let's add this last little lock in. And I'll show you guys what this is like when we play it. Probably later today, because this isn't going to take me very long to get through. Because this could be so cool. Nice bright colors. Almost fall. I got a whole bunch of these colors when I kept trying to dye fall colored yarn, and I kept going to neon. So I have a lot of what I call neon fall locks still. Here, I'll show you guys again, so you guys can see that. It's really cool. This could be so pretty. I don't know if that's showing really how bright it is, but yeah. So, all right, you guys have fun. Practice with your wheels and show me what you do.